Hey everyone, Amanda Parr here, and this is a 10-minute yoga break. So I'm encouraging you and challenging you to stop scrolling, stop working, whatever you're doing, just 10 minutes, and spend some time for your health and well-being. You know you need it. And today I'm going to show you some really simple exercises that are a great tonic, specifically for all of that scrolling, all that time that you're spending on your screen. When we're in this constant head down position looking down at our screens, certain muscles in our neck get over contracted and tight, and other muscles get overstretched and weak. And so one thing that helps that is simply on a daily basis taking our cervical spine, our neck, through all of its different ranges of motion. And we're also just going to do some nice stretching and a little bit of self-massage as well. So find yourself a comfortable seat. Find your balance between strength and softness, your hatha balance, and just settle into this space and accept that for the next few minutes, you don't have to do anything. There's nowhere else to be. You're not missing out on anything. This is the place to be right here. Okay, so we're going to start with some extension and flexion of the cervical spine. We're simply going to exhale and bring our chin down towards our chest and pause there. And on the inhalation, slowly lift the chin up towards the sky and pause there. And again, exhale the chin down. And inhale it back up. And allow the movement to follow the length of that nice, slow, mindful, influential yogic breath. And then the next time the chin reaches up to the sky, we're going to hold it there. And just feel that compression through the back of the neck. Feel those muscles in the back of the neck kind of scrunching up and tightening, which is facilitating this nice expansion through the front of the neck, the interior part of the spine, and the throat. And to increase that tugging in the front of the neck a little bit, we can interlace our fingers and place the backs of the hands underneath the chin, and just a little bit of gentle upwards pressure, not too much, especially if you have any pain in your neck or any injuries. Just be extra careful. And we're just going to pause here and take a couple of long, slow breaths. Breathe into this space. One more breath. And on the next exhalation, we release the hands, let the chin come all the way down towards the chest, and then we're going to hold it there. Actively pressing the chin in towards the chest, actively pressing the shoulders away from the ears. Feel that compression now in the throat and the front of the neck, which is expanding the back of the neck. And to increase that sensation through the back of the neck, you can interlace the fingers, place the hands on top of the head, maybe slightly towards the back, and then release the weight of the arms into the head, drawing the chin a little bit closer to the chest and increasing that stretch through the back of the neck. Maybe you feel this around the base of the skull or all the way down the length of the cervical spine, maybe even to the middle of the shoulder blades. Might feel good to gently rock the chin from the right to the left and back to the right. Just some gentle movement, seeing what you feel where. And then keeping the chin in towards the chest, releasing the hands. We're going to use the fingers to find the very, very top vertebra where the neck attaches into the base of the skull, and feel those attachments where the muscles attach into the base of the skull. And finding the very center at the base of the skull, there's a little kind of bony protrusion there just below that, and raking your fingers away from the spine. Almost like you're trying to pull the attachments a little bit away from the spine. Doing this from the base of the skull down towards the base of the neck. Nice massage. That feels so good. And just one more breath here, and then release and bring the chin back up to neutral. And then we're going to take the cervical spine through some rotation just by looking over our right shoulder, pausing, and then looking over our left shoulder and pausing. Inhale back to center, exhale to the right, inhale back to center, exhale to the left, and come back to center. And then a little bit of lateral flexion of the cervical spine, that's side bending. So we bring the right ear towards the right shoulder, and inhale back to center, and bring the left ear towards the left shoulder, and back to center, right ear towards the right shoulder. Inhale back to center, exhale towards the left ear towards the left shoulder. Do that one more time on each side, letting the movement follow that long, slow, conscious, yogic breathing, taking your time, knowing that there's nowhere you have to be. And then the next time the right ear comes towards the right shoulder, we're just going to hold it there, relax into this. If we're constantly bracing and tensing, like anticipating what's happening next, we're never going to get the full benefit. So just relax your body. Maybe actively draw that left shoulder away from the left ear so that you can increase that tugging sensation through the left side of the neck. A little bit more tugging sensation, place the right hand on top of the head a little bit towards the left, and relax the weight of the arm and hand into the head. Feel that nice stretch from the base of the skull all the way down to the shoulder. Feels so good. Take a couple breaths into that. Nice cleansing sigh just to release any stress that's coming up to the surface and wanting to be released. And then keeping this lateral flexion, we're going to slightly tilt the chin up towards the sky. And with our fingers of our left hand, we're going to find this bandy muscle that originates behind the ear and travels down the neck all the way to the collarbone, the sternocleidomastoid. And this muscle gets really tight when we're in that head down position, gets constantly contracted. So we're just going to give it a little massage. Finding that bony protrusion behind the ear, that's about where the attachments are, and maybe making some circular motions in that attachment site, loosening that up. This is also really good for preventing migraines if you have a tendency towards those. And maybe making some circular movements all the way down that bandy muscle. And then also massaging those attachment points where it comes into the clavicle. It might feel good just to give yourself a nice shoulder massage here too. From the back towards the chest. Ooh, that feels so good. Okay, just raking the fingers from the spinal vertebra towards the throat. One more breath here, and then release. And since we held that stretch for a little while, just to neutralize, we're going to draw some circles with the nose and draw some circles in the opposite direction. And then we're going to do the other side. Left ear comes towards the left shoulder, right shoulder actively drawing away from the ear. A little bit of extra stretch, placing the left hand on top of the head a little bit towards the right and releasing the weight of the hand into the head and just softening into this, breathing into that space, allowing the exhalation to be the vehicle that carries away any of that tension and stress that you're holding. Maybe wiggling your jaw from side to side, stretching your eyes a little bit, softening your face. And then a little bit of self-massage, pointing the chin slightly up and finding the sternocleidomastoid muscle from the back of the ear down towards the collarbone, maybe giving it some nice swipes. Or some little circular movements, massaging those attachment sites. Moving the jaw around. Maybe a little circular motions down by the clavicles. Maybe raking the fingers from the vertebra towards the throat, almost as if you're trying to pull those attachments away from the vertebra of the spine. Maybe a little bit of nice massage on the shoulders. This is where we hold so much of our tension. And then back to center. Might feel good, just some tapping on the chest. Pectoral muscles get really tight too when we're hunched over our screens like this. They're constantly contracted. Opening them up and just giving a nice little massage, little stretch, hands behind the back. Open up the chest, look up at the sky. And if this is feeling really good, then why stop here? Why not continue going? But that's my 10 minutes. So thanks for practicing with me. Thanks for doing this for yourself. Yoga is never a selfish act. It benefits everybody around you. Namaste. Have a great day.